threats. If it could like really happen to you, or
Right.
that creeps me out a little bit more.
Yeah, that stuff makes it a little bit more scary, in my opinion, because it's more realistic and possible that it could happen to you.
That's just my own personal favorite flavor, but sometimes if it's 2 in the morning and I want to watch something stupid, I'll throw an '80s, Tom Savini gore movie on just for fun.
Well, and I'm a
Dawn
fan
of
of
the
those as
having
well.
both. Yeah,
Dead
it's
and-
like.
But I think that's why, like,
Why
The
not both?
Exorcist scared everyone because
That's-
everyone was like, "Oh my God, maybe that could happen." And
well, The
you know,
Exorcist
That's the number one.
yeah. I mean,
Well, that's just a really good movie, not just a good horror movie.
absolutely. You know,
I studied Tom Savini when I was in junior high. I thought his stuff was so cool and it was so ahead of its time back then.
Yeah,
I was in a movie with him,
yeah,
Really?
that's cool.
Web of Darkness. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My favorite movies are that like unnerve me the most are like the Hitchcock thrillers. I love those. Like Rear Window is one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
movies. Like
Psycho.
Psycho, of course.
How many shots were in that one shower scene? I mean, it was something stupid, crazy.
Like 50 or something.
Yeah.
Like the Scorsese remake of Cape Fear is one of my favorite
Oh
movies.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
was
great.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
that's
that's good
yeah.
stuff.
Like that's my speed, and that's kind of where I want to go.
Nice.
So.
Very cool.
Very cool. When's that supposed to be coming out on Amazon?
It's this summer. They have to. They didn't give me like an actual date,
okay.
but they did say summer. They want to. I had asked because it's a Halloween themed movie. Is it going to be out during Halloween? They were like, no, we want to put it out kind of as soon as possible to kind of build the numbers up
Right.
as October. That way it shows up in more searches.
Great to be out there ahead of time, get the word out
Yeah,
a little bit, so
so
when
it has
Halloween
some
actually
views.
hits, people want to watch it.
It's like actually been viewed.
Yeah.
So as soon as I know, I will let everyone know.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, looking forward to that. Ashley Taylor says the human mind is the most scariest place. LOL. I would be inclined to probably agree with that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I wanted to ask you a question as well, because you just played Metal in the Mountains over in West Virginia, and I was wondering if you have some more tour dates coming up where people can catch you.
We are actually playing this Friday in Jacksonville at what is that place called?
Nighthawks.
No, Nighthawks is in July.
You're playing the Roadhouse.
Yeah, the
You're
road.
playing with friends of mine.
Yeah,
actually.
the Roadhouse this Friday in Orange Park, technically, and then in July we're playing in at Nighthawks in Jacksonville. There's a lot more getting ready to happen, but I can't talk about that.
I got you. Sure.
Kind of like a bigger thing.
Well, you never want to talk about something until it's solid done deal.
But you can't do it until your manager tells you can.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, you will have to let us know so that we can post it.
Well, for sure. You guys
So, and
know-
Amanda
you guys
says
know.
she loves Sister Kill Cycle. Your wife
Oh.
has good taste. Look at that.
Thank you,
Well,
Amanda.
sort of.
Duh.
I had to
I mean, she had
aggravate
good
you.
taste at one time. I mean, let's say
Amanda,
stuff
you're a
happens,
saint. I don't know how you do it.
I don't either. So, once you go through the process of the making of the video and stuff, I mean, what, how do you begin it and everything, and seek out your locations and everything like that? So, or
That's that. See, that is. If there's any, that is always the most difficult thing.
sure,
Is
you guys
sharing
working together on
locations.
that?
Yeah, I mean,
For-
we.
Yeah,
ideas and
we might as well just discuss the whole process.
Go ahead.
Basically, it starts like this. I get pretty drunk, and I call Thomas up.
Yes. Okay.
2 a.m. because he's usually,
Drunk dialing.
By the third time, he actually answers.
Well, he knows by this point. At that time, it's either business or he's stupid drunk. So
One of the
it's
two.
one of the two. So it's up to him whether he answers it because he's usually up at that time. He never sleeps. This guy doesn't sleep for days at a time. But I'll get a hold of him and I'll be like, Thomas, I want to do another video. And like this one, for example, I sent him over the 2 tracks that I had in mind that I thought I wanted to do a video for. And I was like, I want you to pick which one you think would be the better song for a video. And he picked Can't Feel. So then it usually turns into a meeting and we get together and we'll sit down and we'll like what does the song make you feel?
Smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Smoke a lot of cigarettes. Yeah.
No, it's also, I mean, it's song quality, but also kind of what's going to fit what we want to do better. That kind of plays into it too. So.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, you know, we couldn't have done the astronaut thing to this song. I mean, we
Well,
could have.
I'm not giving up.
It might have been.
F. That's all I'm gonna say because I can't
No, you
say
could
those
have figured
words.
something out. You'd have fit
Yeah,
in there
I'm
somehow.
sure we would have. We would have done like black astronaut suits. You know, somebody would have died. Maybe all the astronauts. I don't know.
He usually does a creative meeting where he drinks a lot of wine, and
And he doesn't.
no, I'm a coffee guy.
Yeah, he drinks a lot of coffee.
So that way, the next day you can say, "Yeah, man, you said you promised all this stuff."
No, but fortunately, people that know me, especially like in this last year, because I know what we would discuss. Like I was going through a bunch of stuff. I'm actually coming out the dark side of the tunnel now, and I'm seeing some light. So I pretty much remember everything now. I don't drink to destroy myself anymore.
Well, that's
Actually,
good.
I just, you know, I really like wine. I think wine goes with everything: conversation, food,
Podcasts.
cigarettes, sex. I mean, wine is the blood of life. I think.
Well, we all have different ways we cope by over
Well,
access. I used to
yeah.
eat, and now I shop, and I just have a lot of problems. I'm a mess. I'm just a hot mess personally.
I'm a
we're all-
spicy
I think
disaster
we're all
myself.
nuts
So we got some comments here I want to read to you guys. So Whitney, Janae, Halloween party on Prime? Yes. Anthony, Mara, hi, Thomas and Raven. Let's see. You had me at Halloween is from Ashley Taylor, and we've got a couple other ones down here. I want to take it. Jessica says she'll be at the Jacksonville show in July.
There you
Raven.
go. Good job.
And then Ashley, yes, at the Roadhouse. I'll see you guys there. Michelle wants to know if you're playing in Daytona Beach anywhere anytime soon. And then Ashley says she's also going to be in Jacksonville to check you guys out. And Whitney wants this astronaut video right now. Just letting you guys know.
Well,
okay. So,
See, we
so-
didn't say what happens when he becomes an astronaut.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he offs everyone on the moon or something.
Or
Sean,
first
you
serial
got
killer
swag
astronaut.
for sale on your website. You got T-shirts and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
we got T-shirts, we got the new CD, we've got the old CD, Redemption Through Rebellion, is on there. Just go to sisterkillcyclestore.bigcartel.com.
There you
That's
go,
our
guys.
official store, so you can check that all out. And there's a little note in there. Believe it or not, I've had a lot of people request to get this new CD autographed. So if you put a little note that you want it autographed, I will personally autograph and send it out.
Oh, very
Nice.
cool.
There you
That's a
go.
cool
Cool,
thing for
guys.
the
Very cool
fans.
thing.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So when can we expect the video, guys? When will we be seeing this?
knew
When will
that
the
question
video
was gonna
premiere
happen.
go? It's
Yeah, 'cause
happening,
you know they're
Thomas.
gonna put us
It's
on the
happening,
spot
Thomas
right
Crane.
here.
I'm doing it right now.
You know,
Hang on, let me write it down.
it'll be 2019. You know,
That's safe to,
Thomas,
that's
come
safe
on.
to say. I agree. It'll be this year.
I've
Before
been,
the-
I've been
you
told
think,
I'm a commitment phobe. So.
Think before the end of summer.
Yeah, it'll definitely before the summer.
Okay.
So
He says definitely.
How far along are you on it?
I'd say about 3/4. The
Yeah.
thing is, with this one, that's going to be interesting. Okay, anyone who's seen Blood Pact, there's a couple of points where the music drops out. We tell a little bit of story, then we go back to music. We're definitely going to have to do that with this one.
We're going to do that a lot. This is probably going to be
Probably more than once.
about 20-minute short film
Wow.
video.
I mean, it's going to be up there.
Yeah,
It's-
somewhere around there.
I mean, it's definitely going to be over 10 minutes.
Nice.
One of the sequences that we shot already was like 7 minutes by itself. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to
it's-
really talk about
I-
the video without giving anything that's going to be like just, oh
Right.
my God, away.
It's-
Because
it's hard for me to estimate how long it's going to be too. Even though like all the sequences we've shot, I've already put them together, but I need all of it for me to be able to. Okay, this is how it's going to go.
and start blending.
Because I can't. If I do it now, it's just I need all of it. I can't finish it without all.
So basically, we're just waiting probably
Yeah.
another 2 days of shooting. Yeah.
2 or 3. So
How much you got the band involved in the shooting aspect of it?
Actually, I did involve the band in this one. How Thomas flavors them in this video is, I can't really give that. They're in there.
yeah, they're in there.
How much they're involved, I can't say, won't say, but they're in the video.
Yeah.
We chopped your head off. We just figured,
Well, that's cool, man.
You
You
keep
know,
getting moody like that, we fire you. We don't even have to replace you in the video. You're headless.
I like the idea and the thought of having more of a movie video. I think Michael Jackson with Thriller changed
Honestly,
the way
that's
music
I
videos
was
were
thinking
produced
that,
and
honestly.
shown when that
And
came out,
they
just
told
from-
Michael Jackson himself, "You're crazy. You're doing suicide
And
here."
you got John Landis.
They
who
absolutely
jumped all
did.
over
Yeah,
that.
they did.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
told him,
One of the
if you
greatest
release
videos of
this
all
video,
time, man.
you'll kill your career because nobody's going
it
to play
was-
the video.
What's hilarious
Cool.
about that? Actually, I watched the documentary on Thriller a couple of weeks ago, and the funniest thing is Michael Jackson had seen American Werewolf in London,
Yep.
and and he was like, I got to get that guy. And John Landis, he calls John Landis at like 2 a.m, and because I think John Landis was living in England at the time, and anyway. Michael Jackson's talking like, yeah, you know my new song Thriller, we want to do a video for it, and John Landis is lying like, yeah, I totally know that song. But the funny thing is, they got together to meet, and Michael Jackson hadn't seen anything else he had done, because John Landis did a lot of comedy. Like he did, like American Werewolf in London was not like what he normally did, you know.
Right.
But American Werewolf in London's awesome.
Did he do Altered
heck yeah, it
States
is.
though also?
Yeah. I mean, he did a
I mean,
few.
there was a
but,
few
like
like
he
that.
wasn't like a horror guy.
That
you
wasn't
know?
all he was known
wasn't-
for. Per
right,
se.
right. So he cracked up that Michael Jackson hadn't seen anything else he had done. So that was
Uh-oh.
pretty funny.
So going back to our viewers' comments. So Tony says Thomas is the man. The people have spoken. We want an astronaut video. Natasha said.
See
I
what
guess
you're
we're
getting
gonna have to
yourself
do
into,
Do
this.
stuff
man.
like that, man.
Natasha says big fan. Jessica Morano says Blood Pack is a fantastic song and video.
Well, we'll be playing that a little bit later.
Scott Reed, hi everybody, and the rest of everyone's
Don't
saying
know, Chuck.
hello. Ashley likes Thriller too, so good stuff. Sandy says hello. Thomas, you're the best. Sandy Shirk, hugs and love. Got a lot of chicks coming on here, Thomas. What's going on?
Thomas
Thomas is a
is
stud.
Thomas is the underground sex symbol. He's,
Thomas, I had no idea.
I don't know what you're talking
I'm telling you, why do you think I hang around with this guy so much?
Because he dresses dapper, you know.
He
as
is
ZZ Top
dapper.
said.
Although I'm appreciating your style as well. Seriously, I
What
dig
this,
it.
This
Yeah.
is the.
See, I couldn't pull that off.
I don't-
They would think I was robbing.
I don't even know what this is. This I just like looked at a painting and said I want to look like that today. So I
Is
did
that
it.
is that how you come up with that? Really?
Well,
That's pretty
just
cool.
I mean tonight, yeah. I mean obviously, the jacket's kind of styled by Mad Max, you know, and I do what I want, and no one's gonna tell me anything different until the day I go in the ground, and that's that.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think it's important to have an individuality in this world where a lot of
Well,
people are
let's
the
get
same.
back. I say that I appreciate that so much. Obviously, I'm not so individual though.
Well, I don't know about that. You know.
He looks right at Scott on that one.
We're all crazy. I don't even know which voice is going right now, but
That's awesome.
I'm sure it's
Your,
wrong.
your friend Danica popped on, by the way. I don't know if she's
Sweet.
still there.
Hi,
so-
Danica.
Yeah. I got to tell Todd that, Danica, you know.
Love that woman.
Danica.
Todd loves all the women, though.
No, Danica's got a special
Danica's
place for
special.
Todd. Yeah. Yeah. Danica, he's got a special place for you.
Really? What space is that?
Just stop, Scott. I knew that was coming.
You know, why even
Oh,
talk about it?
I'm just going to
If you
keep
wanna
walking
bring it
into
up,
stuff
if you're
here.
not
I
gonna
can
talk
feel
about
it.
it.
We don't want to make him blush in the middle there. My goal is to make him shake his head, though, like every show. I like when he does that. Look at that. I'm trying to think of a Michelleism for this show. It's coming to my brain.
You have Michelleisms? I like.
Yeah, I'd say that. Like I say something stupid like every show. It's a regular thing. I come up with
Whole
topics,
Michelle thing.
things
Yeah,
that
only
bother
once.
me. It's like
Only
things
one
that bother
time.
Michelle. Cougars was one thing. I was talking about like a 19-year-old guy trying to talk to me. What was it? I was talking about women using the public restroom last time.
I missed this
She
one.
just goes off on a tangent.
Yeah, just something pops in my brain, and I just
let her
I'm
go.
all over it. Yeah, I'm just all over
Get
it.
it out.
So this
Yeah.
afternoon, we're going to talk about
Go.
penis pictures and why you should send those first before saying hello.
Yeah, that I did not say that. I'm throwing the disclaimer out. I did not say that.
I
why
don't know,
you
but
shouldn't.
apparently-
Why you shouldn't send those before
I'm not sure
saying-
why that even happens. But
Okay,
that would be
okay.
a good discussion someday.
All right, I'll tell you something that bothered
Uh-oh, here
me.
we
So
go.
one day I was
Yeah.
sitting
You
at
gotta
home.
go
Here we go.
One day I was
We're
sitting
gonna
at
get some
home,
popcorn
right?
going
Well, so for those of you that may not know, I have a rock radio show. I got to give myself a shameless plug on Rock Rage Radio, and it's an interview show. So I have some followers. I'm not gonna. I'm like
Shaking
a F.
the head
I'm an
with
F
Michelle.
list celebrity. So it
Shaking
gets
my
me
head.
basically nothing. But anyway. I was sitting at home, and you know how you guys, and I'm sure both of you guys experienced this. Notice I pointed to them. But you get these random messages from people, right? People you don't know, and sometimes you have people you don't know on your page. So they kept calling me, and the guy called like 3-4 times, and I'm thinking, why is this guy calling me? I've never talked to him in my life. I don't know him. And then I didn't answer the phone. I kept rejecting it, and then this video came through that was extremely pornographic, and I thought, what the hell was he doing when he was calling me on the video chat? And mind you, it was a video chat he was calling me on. And I thought, what was the motive there? Okay.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah. So that's the pet peeve for me. People that randomly call people on Facebook Messenger and you've never spoken to them in your life. Why would you do that?
You know,
Gentlemen, chime in for me.
I don't have that.
Grandma. Oh, wrong number.
The byproduct.
Thomas, has this happened to you? Has this happened to you, Raven? I wanted to
Use
know.
the
A
sex
couple
symbols.
times.
Yeah. Do you answer?
Definitely.
No.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you?
I don't answer my phone when people I know call me. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Thanks a lot, Thomas.
You're a morning. Are you kind of a morning person in some
No.
ways, or no?
No, I
know you
um,
mentioned before.
I'm usually nocturnal unless I have a shoot or something. So.
But I
This
mean, I
is-
see
this
you
is
drinking
morning.
coffee a lot.
Yeah.
You know, posting about
yeah,
coffee, drinking
at,
coffee.
At 12.
Tony
at
says
2,
answer
at-
my video calls, Thomas.
What's up?
Tony says answer my video calls, Thomas. No, I just, some of these things just baffle me. I don't mind a message from someone I don't know. I don't mind that. If they want to say, hey, have this person on your show, or, hey, how are you doing, or whatever. I mean, that's fine. But to video chat somebody, that it's just weird.
The internet
I'm certain
makes
that happens
weird.
way more to women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah?
yeah.
It was just odd. Yeah.
The,
so-
the internet allows people to get away with behavior that they couldn't or would never do. Before
Yeah,
it existed.
I totally agree.
People,
I
are
mean,
people
it's-
are trolls or sending dick pics.
more
or-
bold than they would normally
Yeah,
be in
yeah.
real life. Sure.
Especially, it's something that I can only imagine the women have to put up with. Like,
yeah.
Surprisingly,
Like,
Thomas,
absolutely.
it really isn't as much for me as you would think. With me, like I said, having that show, most people are extremely respectful. But once in a while, I'll get someone that's
You just screwed yourself.
a real winner. What's the matter?
You just messed yourself up now.
How'd I do that? Oh, you mean I set myself up for future
Yeah.
message? Yeah.
Dick
No,
pics at.
No, I don't want any dick pics. I can't do it. I don't
All
want it.
right, let's move on.
Okay. Yeah.
Todd, whenever Scott and I
Shaking
go
the
in a
head
place
with
we
Michelle.
shouldn't, look, shaking his head at Michelle.
we were
and
just
Scott.
getting somewhere good.
Well, every time we do that, he has to rein us in because we get bad.
I like to mess with them. What can I
Todd,
say?
Dad.
Todd's our dad.
Yeah.
Todd's mine and Scott's dad. Scott, we got to come up with something good here.
Oh, we'll
Well,
definitely.
see, I
come
got
All
a-
right,
I
we're
got a
working on it.
different
We're getting warmed
background
up.
than you guys too, because I do come from a broadcasting background in radio and television, so it's that's always in my mind
Yeah,
when
you
I'm
can't
doing
talk
the show.
about dick pics.
So-
Yeah, and you're
Like-
not supposed to
Yeah,
say some of the
you know.
words we said already.
Aren't you
We haven't
allowed?
said a lot
Aren't
of
you
them,
allowed to
so it's
say
not-
dick pic?
No,
Can't say that pic?
Well,
You
what do I
can't
need to
say
call
dick.
it?
Like
You
Richard
can't
pic?
s-
What can I call it that's acceptable?
But
you,
you,
you
act-
actually could get away with
Richard
Richard.
pic.
you
Richard
act
pic.
like
Yeah.
a dick.
A Richard pic.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
I can,
exactly.
I can say you act like a dick, but I can't say you're a dick.
Right.
Actually, you can if you're saying it in that terminology. That you can't say it in a sexual terminology.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
You can't say the body part, dick, but you can say, dude, you're a dick.
right.
So should I
Right.
say it?
So you can use
What?
it in that
Who
terminology,
should I call a
but you
dick in
can't
this
use
room?
it in a sexual way.
Dude, you're a dick.
Yeah, that happens all the time. See, that could be a compliment to some people. Though. Some people actually strive to be a dick or a biatch.
A biatch.
Some-
That
Here
was
we go.
just the way you said that,
Some
Scott.
are-
I don't even
some are
know what the
totally
hell to do with
natural.
that, right? It's like, I don't even know.
Well, on that
Sound
note,
effects.
On that note, as the silence
hey, let's
comes
find
over.
out. Great information, guys. Really looking forward to that video, man. It's really cool. So yeah, definitely
wish-
have to let us
Looking
know when
forward
it's
to
done.
it, yeah.
And,
I wish we could honestly say more. Like, if
Mm.
this was a follow-up show, then it would be cool
Well,
to
we'll have to
discuss
do
how
a
everything
follow-up.
You know
got
what we
David?
could do?
done.
It's like, is in like X amount of weeks, we can just play a little clip. You want to see another clip?
Oh,
You gotta tune in
Tease a little
in
bit.
2 weeks.
Teaser
You can
clip.
see another little
Little,
clip.
little tease.
So will you guys be going to Spooky
Then do a behind the
Empire,
scenes
Raven?
clip. We
Yeah, I'll
could
be there.
stroke
in
this
Tampa
for like
this
2
year?
months.
Yeah.
For real?
You should
Are
do
you-
my makeup
yeah.
for like one day for funsies.
I
wanna see.
would love
Will you
to.
do it? Okay,
Yeah,
all
of
right, we'll
course.
do it. We'll do it. I love Spooky Empire. It's so much fun.
Very cool.
So yes.
Spooky pirate. Boy, the more I think about that, maybe I'm moving on with that.
What are you thinking? What are you talking
It was
about?
just a horrible, horrible thought. I can't even say what I was thinking.
Sometimes
say
I
what I
don't
was
even know
thinking-
what the hell he's talking about. I can't
Sometimes
figure it
he just
out.
rambles.
But
Oh, I
I
definitely
think it's
do.
from lack of
Rambling
sleep.
on.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I know it's
So-
from lack of sleep.
So, and speaking of
You
that,
know what we
Maybe
should
just
do? We should
lack
talk
of.
about. We should talk about the social media polls. What
We should move on to that.
all right, let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
Let's
Let's find out
social
what's
media.
happening with the show.
we can
Paul.
have them chime in as well.
Yeah, we got to get their
So-
opinion.
Of course you do.
Unless the man behind the scenes over here
So-
says otherwise.
Who do you think has had a more controversial career, Alice Cooper or Marilyn Manson? Now that I don't know. That's kind of a tough one for me, just because I guess I haven't followed Alice Cooper as much as I may have Marilyn Manson. And the truth of the matter is, based on what I know, Alice Cooper is where all the cool stuff that I like, started. Whether it's Rob Zombie or whatever. I mean, a lot of those guys, that's like their boy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Marilyn Manson's got more attention, maybe because of the internet or something. And that's probably why I would pick him.
I would. It's tough because
It's a
Manson
show.
came along later, so he had a harder bar to clear, I guess, so to speak. It
Sure.
gets harder to shock as time goes on. I would say I'd say Manson, and the reasons I would give would be not his fault. But when I was in high school was when like Columbine happened and the shootings happened.
wow.
So he just got blamed for it for no real reason.
Sure.
And so like there was controversy around him, and like it had nothing to do with him. So, but I don't remember Alice Cooper getting societal blame for problems that the Manson got to that.
Oh, he did.
Well, yeah. I
See,
think
the
at
problem
one
is you don't
early
remember.
MTV, early MTV maybe too. Is where he got in trouble as well with a bunch of other people that got blamed for suicides and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
remember the
You might be talking
I-
about something earlier though than what I'm talking about.
I'm just no with the whole Manson thing. I mean, to even pose that question is kind of like nihilistic in itself, because they're two different generations of the same creature.
Sure.
It's
That's
like
kind of a-
Absolutely.
that's
it's
kind of a
it's
safe
a
thing to
monolith
say.
that keeps evolving. Marilyn Manson is Alice Cooper in the '60s to our children in the '90s.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's,
That's a hell of an analogy right there.
I agree with that. I think
Yeah,
that's
I agree with
a
that.
fine
to
way
say
to put that.
one is more whatever than the other. I mean, we've all evolved from somebody. I mean, everybody stole every riff from somebody.
Sure.
There's so
And
many
same thing with
notes.
theatrics. Alice Cooper just so happened to be in the time period no one was really going towards the darkness.
They were
And
putting on the same type of show.
you
or
know,
shock factor for that matter.
you take Alice Cooper, and in his time period, he was a pastor's son. He's a Christian. He's said it. I'm a Christian. However, he got with the GTOs, and they dressed him up in female clothing and makeup, and then he came up with the name Alice Cooper. I'm gonna be Alice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a girl's name on. I'm gonna grow this long hair out, and here's this favored track star from Arizona, becoming this creature as a Christian and scaring parents to death. And then you get Marilyn Manson, as Thomas said. He kind of borrowed the ideas that Alice had already done and evolved into a more darker version of Alice without the Christianity, and he just turned and used Satanism.
And I don't know if you remember, Shawn talking about growing up and his run-in with Alice. Was like a boys' home or something?
Oh yeah.
remember.
It's actually a teen. It's not a boys' home. It's
teen center.
It's a teen center based, kind of churchy. It's definitely Christian based, but for the kids to get out of the gangs. Apparently, the gangs are so bad there in the Phoenix area and surrounding areas that, he's like, look, just get off the street. It's completely free. Come in here, learn music, pick up an instrument, play.
So you don't hear that many good deeds like that. That's like, you wouldn't think that is newsworthy, but no, since it's not something bad.
Well, news doesn't
But
want
that
something
in and of
like
itself has also created controversy with Alice, because Alice still goes out and does the Alice show.
Alice is 71 years old.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Alice for a sec. So I've seen Alice recently several times in the front row. I'm a
You
big,
did too,
I'm a
huh?
big
You
fan,
did.
Yeah, I
and
was at
I
the
have
show.
to say, because I'm real proud of this, I don't know why, but Alice Cooper has pulled my hair 3 times at 3 different shows during Poison. When he says your lips, and there's photos, they're really cool. Actually, I got really lucky, and photographers actually caught it. And he walked up, and during Poison, he grabs someone's hair and he just yanks it and it's been me 3 times, 3 different shows. So I had the pleasure of meeting Alice after the show. When I took the picture, I was like, "Hey, that's the 3rd time you pulled my hair," and he's like, "If you got hair like that and you're in the front, it's gonna get pulled." That's what he told me, which I thought was really cool. So
Here, I thought you were talking about him pulling your hair like other times.
just stop.
Oh.
Amanda, help me out here. Help me. She says you ramble all the time, by the way.
Well, I
in here.
ramble all the time,
Yeah.
but
So,
most
but
of
I
it
want to say
makes
my
sense.
opinion. So I totally agree with you. And Alice definitely paved the way for this type of music, because that was something people had never seen back then. If you compared, I don't really have an opinion as to which one's more controversial, because, like we were talking about, the time frame. What Alice did was extremely controversial for that period in time. I mean, it was way over the top. And now things have changed of what's accepted and what's not accepted. So Marilyn, if you just compared the acts and theirself and the back, yeah, it would be Marilyn. But I don't think it's any more controversial than Alice was considered back in the day for the thing he was doing. So I think...
No, I mean it's continually stepping up. I mean, Thomas
Is
could
that
probably
real?
attest to this. There are so many underground bands that are not getting mainstream attention that make Marilyn look like a choir boy. There
Right.
are bands out there doing just destructive, crazy self-mutilation on stage.
I watched that Gigi
I mean,
Allen
I mean, there
documentary.
you go. I mean,
I didn't even know anything about this guy, and I watched a thing a while back, and that was just, I mean, if you want to talk about something that's controversial and over the top, that's probably the most over the top thing I've ever seen.
now see,
but,
to me as an artist, that is controversial.
Sure.
Right.
Marilyn Manson standing up and doing the whole,
It's a show.
Well, but the thing is
it's ideology.
yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna say the Gigi Allen stuff is way more shocking.
Sure. I mean,
But he didn't have songs anywhere as good as Manson.
absolutely
No,
not.
no.
I would agree with
that's
that.
what it is.
I don't even think
It's
that
like
was
a-
music, and
Right.
that's just me as an old person's perspective.
No, but
Sorry.
you're actually right.
And-
You're just breaking down what they're doing.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean that's so true. I mean, somebody so extreme like that, but his music. I mean, I'll just say it.
Well, and
his
it
music
did suck.
sucks. It
And
sucks.
It did suck, and I think that's probably why he was so extreme, because he knew the
Right.
music wasn't going to garner the attention that he needed, so he had to do something completely different that would make people go, "Whoa," and because the music wasn't the quality of a Marilyn Manson
we're-
song,
yeah.
obviously, right? You know.
And you know, with that being said, I mean, you give credit to Alice, you give credit to Manson. I don't think the two should ever be pitted against each other. Or as in myself now in this realm, I mean, I get compared to both actually. And
When we look at it at this aspect, I mean, yeah,
we like to put
I think
similar
this
artists
vote,
against each other
Yeah.
for reasons of controversy.
I think this vote has a lot to do with internet.
discussion. So.
Just like I was saying, it's 64% Marilyn Manson. I think it all has to do with internet. Is why. It's
internet and time period. I mean, like I said, did you ever see Marilyn Manson post a picture of himself naked on the side of a truck and break it down in Piccadilly Station?
And a lot of the people that used to
I mean,
party
at his time, that was like, holy crap. They actually paid for that truck to break down and stop traffic in one of the most...
Cooper did some pretty crazy stuff back in his day.
Not to mention,
he was locked
the
up
whole
for
chicken
it too,
killer.
And he always explained Alice Cooper, the name, the girl. Alice,
You know, if you'd have brought Ozzy into this discussion, that'd have been a crazy.
I was thinking, that's funny, Thomas, because I was thinking of the ant snorting thing that I saw.
Oh yeah, we just watched The Dirt. We were just discussing.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
That actually was an all right movie. I mean, I think they could have casted a little bit different characters for Motley Crue, but
I was the most impressed by that Machine
right.
Gun Kelly guy. I thought he was probably the best one in there.
I think as far as
I
acting,
didn't watch it. So good.
You should watch it.
I haven't
Thomas.
seen it yet.
It's pretty cool.
oh yeah,
I read
you
the-
have to come over.
I read the book in 2 days when I was like 19. It was the greatest book I'd ever read at the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's see, I've never read the book.
The book's cool because they go through the story and each chapter is told from a person's perspective. So a lot of times there's differing perspectives of what happened. Like,
Somebody will say one version.
Yeah.
Vince's version is Tommy punched first, and
Oh, well, that's
Tommy's
cool. I should
version
read
is
it
he was
then.
drunk. It's cool. Now.
So we got some comments from our viewers. So on their opinion on our poll. So David Riley says Alice. And then David also says, you guys are the best dicks I know. LOL.
Gee, thanks, cuz.
all right.
Ashley Taylor says Manson. Amanda says Cake and Sodomy by Manson is one of the best songs ever. Tanya says Alice started it. David Lay, same thing. I'd say Manson because he was blamed for Columbine. Alice loves his shows was from Scott. So we've got a lot of opinions coming on here. So Alice is the godfather of shock rock.
Yeah,
So some interesting
we're
comments.
not going to take that away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
no,
question
I mean,
about
that's-
that.
We're
Cat-
not. I mean, if
Catherine
this
Alice
was about
opened the doors.
Who,
Yeah.
who invented shock rock
Right,
first?
yeah. It'd be a.
If anybody didn't go with Alice Cooper, they just like weren't even born yet or something. I don't know what the hell they missed
not
the
paying
bus
attention.
completely.
Honestly, I
It's
think
missed the
it's
whole
a
damn
valid
bus.
question.
David said
I
you're
think-
welcome, Todd.
I think it's a valid question, but I think it's a question that how the answer comes out depends when it was asked. I mean, if you asked this, 20 years ago,
Yeah,
when
I agree.
Manson was still like a young band, just
We also kind of try to make it a little bit of a trick question because we said throughout their career,
throughout their career there. Yeah.
not just who was more controversial.
Yeah, look at that.
Because if you,
A
if
little
you really
spin in there.
if you really want to go from that,
Anytime
Alice
we
Cooper
have two
hands down 'cause
girls,
he's had the
any two
longer
girls
career.
in the poll,
Yeah.
they don't read anything. It's just who's hottest. That's
Yeah.
how it always ends up. It's
it
like,
does.
oh, it's a great singer. Yeah, but she's smoking. It's like, well,
Is that true?
that's how it's been pretty
Guys
much.
are
That's
yeah.
what
terrible.
happened when we put Lita Ford.
yeah, we
up
put
against
Lita
Joan
Ford
They
Jett.
were
against
like, oh,
Joan
this
Jett
one's
and-
hotter.
Oh,
that
yeah,
one's
we put Lita
hotter.
against Joan Jett. and
Gentlemen,
everybody was
gentlemen.
I'm like, come on.
We're talking about
said,
music.
I'm
here.
sorry, but Joan Jett deserved to win that battle. Lita Ford did not.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
Lita's music
see,
better.
Lita's my girl.
See,
I
I'm
like
not
Lita's
saying
music
she's
better.
bad, but I mean,
I
come
like her
on.
music better.
She paired with Ozzy.
I
biggest hit.
like Joan Jett's music better, I have to say. And I am a Lita Ford fan. And I have to say that because I've got her guitar player on my next show. I don't want to... Patrick, I love you. Patrick, I do. And I love Lita. So I love both of them.
They're
But,
both great, yeah.
I'm partial to Joan, I have to say. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And it's not from a hot
I
perspective.
bit my
How
tongue
about that?
off and swallowed it.
Well, you know what? Chicks do that though with guys.
What?
Like when we remember when we had the poll about
I gotta
the
leave that
Doors,
alone.
and we
Yeah.
were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Jim Morrison is really hot."
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean,
you're
yeah,
right.
I mean, we do that,
Girls were
sure.
saying Jim.
Yeah, guys don't do that.
Yeah.
So
Well,
let's step into the spotlight. We got a couple of Sister Kill Cycle videos for you.
All right.
So rounding out the show tonight, got a couple of videos for you from Sister Kill Cycle. Now, we're going to do Can't Feel and Blood Pack. Did you do both of these?
I have only done Blood Pack.
Okay.
Blood Pack. Can't Feel.
Can't Feel is a lyric video, but
okay.
there's also
It's a lyric video.
involved in it as well. Like,
I basically was sitting there and I was like, I'm going to do a lyric video. And I was inspired by Thomas, to be honest. Because, let's just put it this way. He's not just one of my very good friends. His work is top notch. He is an amazing artist. I went and looked at some of the lyric video that he has done. Oh, that's on the works. He's definitely going to have much bigger bands calling him.
Yeah, not to take away from Thomas's talent or yours. You guys definitely got like a bromance going on there. I think that's badass. I dig your appreciation for each other and your talent.
We're just trying not to kill each other right here on the couch. We were paid very well to hang out here today.
Yes, the check better clear, but no, we
It's paid in Cabernet.
it's probably not gonna.
You sounded so gone in 60 seconds. Wow.
check better clear.
Yeah,
No, but
yeah.
no. One thing funny about this guy is we are both from the same locale in tiny town, West Virginia, and we all both ended up here.
My family's from West Virginia.
So it's just
It
funny.
seems like everybody's
That is
from
wild.
West Virginia.
Yeah, what's the town? What are you trying to say? Here we go, Raven.
I got some
What's the
friends from
town?
West Virginia, too.
What's the town that you guys are from?
I was born in Huntington.
Huntington.
Okay, I know
And I
Huntington.
live
I fly into
Charleston,
Huntington.
Taze Valley,
It's the same.
Nitro,
It's not very
St.
good.
See,
Albans.
now my family was from a little tiny town called Mullins.
I know where
I know
You guys know
Mullins is.
Mullins? Yeah, and then my family, well, they live right outside of Beckley. And when people ask me where my family's from, if they don't know West
You
Virginia,
say Beckley.
I say Beckley because I don't want to say Beaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beaver.
Well, I
You
say
guys all have
Because
the
they go,
same
oh,
sister.
your family's from Beaver, So that's all I'm saying. But yeah.
Well, at least they're not from Paint Creek.
You guys
Well,
ever
you
go
know
where the
Dana
Mothman
Walsh.
was like?
Yeah.
He's from West
I
Virginia,
know.
too.
What's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
town where the Mothman?
Point Pleasant.
That's Point
You
Pleasant.
guys ever go there?
I
I want
Yeah,
to go there.
it's
I've never been there. As many
passing
times
through.
I've been to West Virginia, I've never been there. I want to go.
What's funny is more people down here talk about Mothman than people in West Virginia do.
Yeah, but in West Virginia,
It's
I
like
didn't even
nothing.
know existed.
Yeah. it is
Really?
nothing.
Yeah.
That movie. Now, speaking of scary, that movie is scary as hell.
Actually, if you read back, don't watch the movie. Go back and read the actual police reports. You can pull them up.
Really?
If you for that summer, you could. It's actually kind of a scary read. They had a bloodmobile that the drivers just have still never been found.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
See, now I would be
They
interested to
had
read that.
they had a blood bank truck was driving like from to and from, and the drivers just disappeared off the face of the planet. Nobody ever seen them again. The truck was found abandoned. All the blood gone.
See, I would be interested
Wow.
to read
That's
that.
very interesting. So, hey,
They-
reading stuff's always better because when they do the movie, they don't put the details in there.
Right.
Like the cool thing about reading is you read what somebody's thinking and stuff, and that's so hard to come across in a movie.
Yeah,
Well,
the
right-
only thing I liked about the movie is the psychological twist they put on it, like the space-time continuum thing that was going on there, because that the Mothman in West Virginia has like come up in like certain periods. It's not been a constant.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of cool how they threw in how the different generations, like back in the 20s, the farmers saw it, and then
And
it
the
was gone
sightings of the
until
Mothman, right.
Yeah, I thought that was the only
That's
cool
pretty
thing about the
interesting.
movie.
I'll have to do some googling because that's pretty interesting.
Very cool. So, Can't Feel. Tell us about the song.
Oh, God. Yeah. I should just tell them wait for the fucking video.
Is it the same? This is the one that
This is
you're
the-
doing the
yeah,
video?
it's the same
This
song.
Okay.
this
If you
is.
want, we can wait. We'll just play.
I mean,
back,
you can play Can't Fail if you want. I mean, it's a lyric video.
Yeah.
Obviously, the record coming out, we had to push and had to get something out there to promote. So instead of just having a song out there in MP3 that here, go check out this, I was like, how do you get people's attention is with visualizing visual media.
Right.
So let's do
Well,
a
let's go
lyric
ahead and play it
video.
then.
Well, a lot
And,
of people are doing lyric videos
When
nowadays.
you get
actually.
the other one done, we'll actually play it. So
Well, of course, and,
people-
and I think this will inspire people to want to see the real video because everybody knows this is a lyric video, and it's just got some stock footage looped behind the lyrics just so it's not a blank screen.
yeah. So, what's the story behind the video? The song, rather.
It keeps pushing, doesn't it?
Ah, the song. The song.
I,
Yeah,
like
meant
I
the
said,
song.
you keep pushing it. That the song kind of is gonna.
I guess we can read
Well,
it.
It's true.
We can read it in the lyrics.
the lyrics are
It's gonna be
there.
our only clue.
You
You're gonna
could
have to watch the video for real.
So check that camera right there, brother, and introduce it.
This is Raven Chain from Sister Kill Cycle, and this is Thomas Crane from killDevil Films, and you're about to watch the lyric video for Can't Feel.
Guess you thought that I would be alright and that nothing could hurt anymore. But we are victims of both our mistakes, and now the pain is worse than before. This is killing me, it's fucking killing me. I don't know who I am anymore. This is killing me, it's fucking killing me. I don't know if I can take anymore. I wanna feel the way that I felt when we were young, and we could never die. And all this pain that I feel reminds me of you. When we first met, we were so in love, we were electric. We could do no wrong, and the stars all played our favorite songs. The stars all played our favorite songs. This is killing me, it's fucking killing me. I don't know who I am anymore. This is killing me, it's fucking killing me. I don't know if I can take anymore. I wanna feel the way that I felt when we were young, and we
So there you go, Sister Kill Cycle in the Can't Feel lyric video, and that's the one that we've been discussing tonight that they're shooting together, and we will have that for you when it comes out. And we wanted to give you this opportunity to at least hear the song, so you know what you're going to be looking for. And in fact, you said that was a prequel to this one, correct?
Yes.
Go ahead
When
and
you-
explain. How,
when it-
you can.
When it comes out, you'll see some people that may have appeared in the Blood Pact video. It's kind of a
And you'll
a
kind of understand their
little-
position
little Easter egg. It
in
gives
the Blood Pact video.
It gives his character a backstory now.
Cool.
So,
How long did it take you guys to shoot the Blood Pack video?
Hours or days?
well,
How many beers did it take?
It
you
was
to do that
about-
video is what I want to know.
I'm trying to think.
It's wine.
Or what?
Get it right, Scott.
And cigarettes.
I think when we
I
when
saw
we
the hotel.
It was
room.
3 12-hour nights, and then like 2 or 3 quick nights. The pool scene is actually shot it by itself. That's actually at a different house than in the story he's at, because it looked like the house needs a pool, and
Yeah.
we wanted a pool struggle. So
Yeah.
our good friend Mike was
Yeah.
like, let us shoot at his pool, and we just made it look like it was the same place.
and we
so.
tied it in. So and that's again shows his talent.
Yeah. of
When we
course.
come through that sliding glass door, because we have the same sliding glass door at my home, because
Yeah, that's what I said.
most of the video is my home. That's
Oh,
my
okay.
home. So
The kitchen.
when we came through the sliding glass door, he shot from this angle. But when we came through at Mike's house, he shot from this angle. So it was seamless. It was like
it looks like the same place.
it was gorgeous, and
Cool.
that's like that's just his vision and also his editing skills. I mean, let's
Yeah.
not leave that out. I mean,
Yeah,
because to
it's all
see
about
these things
camera
and just
angle and
film
the
it with a
editing.
camera, but he also still is doing all his editing.
Right.
I'm too much of a control freak not
Yeah.
to. I've had people like
So all the flow
suggest-
you see in all of his work, that's all him, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, this guy right here is the shit.
Yeah, he's awesome.
that check will clear, I promise. But no, like when I shoot it, I know how I'm going to edit it, so it's like I need to do
Right,
it.
right.
So,
Yeah, that,
like,
that
I
makes
like-
perfect sense.
you know.
I'm actually surprised that more directors of films
Yeah.
aren't that heavily involved.
I
in
think
it.
I think they are a lot more than the official credits say,
Yeah.
because they probably, this is what happens. They probably have a guy who's actually doing the clicking and the editor, and he's
Standing over
sitting
his
right-
shoulder. Yeah.
There's a few like Robert Rodriguez I know edits all his movies. He's listed as the actual editor.
Right.
I figure they're in the booth though.
Yeah, they've got to be
There's
because
just
it's
too
their
much.
mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's their
it's-
baby.
When they're doing a shot, it's like
They
they're
just don't have to
envisioning it
actually
a certain way and
do the
stuff. So,
clicking, so,
yeah.
which does get annoying.
Cool.
But,
all right, man, go ahead and introduce this one, brother.
Why don't you do this one?
yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, you're about to watch the Sister Kill Cycle video for Blood Pact.
about love and in doubt. Sometimes I wish we weren't so broken and our scars could be erased, but your heart is made of glass, and this wasn't made to last.
Sister Kill Cycle and Blood Pact, filmed by our man Thomas Crane here, and we are looking forward to seeing your new video when it's done, man, for sure. And we definitely appreciate you guys coming in tonight. Thanks so much, man. You did a great job on that video. That video is really cool.
Thank you.
I was digging that.
stuff.
Seriously, I was, actually, the laptop's a little, the live feed's a little bit behind. So I was watching it on here, and I was like, whoa. That was good stuff. That was pretty cool.
Thank you.
But I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff too. So I dug it. I felt like I was watching a little movie. It was badass.
Thank you.
I'm a big horror fan myself. I've always loved horror.
Yeah, very cool.
That's
And-
that's
And
kind
great
of that.
performance there, Raven.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's kind of I think what is unique about like Thomas and I working together on these films, because yeah, obviously there's some monetary value in what he does. He doesn't volunteer for free, so I'm willing to pay a little bit more than just an average video just to keep. I love these short films. These short films, and I call them short films. They're music videos, but they are short films.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It's,
and
yeah.
I think as long as they're relative to what he and I both are seeing, I think we'll continue to do them. When you see us do a Jay-Z video and there's a helicopter and a big white yacht and I'm laying out, I don't know that you'll see that anytime in the future.
If you do, though, that's going to be a fun.
No,
Well,
we can't.
If we do, it's going to be the astronaut one.
Well, I will.
That astronaut in it.
we can't do. Yeah, we have to do the astronaut one first.
Yes.
Now you are like all on that astronaut thing, but I will tell you guys this, and this is one of the things that I appreciated about the video. And since you're a lot older than I realized, although you're still younger than me, because I'm going to age myself. So, I know back when MTV came out, the thing that I loved about MTV back in the 80s, and I know you guys would probably agree, was those videos told a story. My favorite videos were the ones that I was watching and they told a story.
Yeah.
And then eventually
absolutely.
we got away from that. Not that there's anything wrong with seeing a live performance from a band to a video. It's a cool thing. But I missed seeing a video where I got as caught up in the video as I did in the song.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Where I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen
You got
next?
a ballad.
And I
showing,
felt
like,
that
the
way
story and-
when I watched this video.
Yeah.
So that was extremely cool for me
Right,
because
that's
that was
awesome.
one of the things I loved about MTV.
Yeah,
so
in the
it's-
early days of MTV, you'd sit in front of that and just watch it like you're watching a movie. And you're
Yeah, I
getting,
love watching
you're
it,
getting
'cause you can
music and
see-
stuff, but you're getting all these little short films.
You can see the
along with it
different
and stuff.
directors in Hollywood, because they would
Right,
use
right.
certain ones for
Sure.
the different same bands, but you can see the different flavors of the different directors and where they were going with them, and that's why honestly, just as one of my good friends, I am so glad that I did get to hang out with Thomas and we did get to explore this, because it's another part of the art that I as a person love. I love being an actor. I love doing film. So he is also, I've been in a couple movies myself, but I've also been allowed to be like who I want to be with Thomas. He helps me see my vision through, and as long as we keep going like this, I don't see any end to it.
I thought it was great. I really
awesome.
dug it. I thought it was really cool. So great job, guys.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you like the next one.
I'm sure I will.
I'm sure we will, man. So
And I hope everyone enjoys the astronaut one that now you're stuck doing. You have to do that, Thomas.
We kind of do it like Dead Space, the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah.
So, closing out the show, thank you very much, guys, and Thomas and Shawn for being on the show again. We appreciate both of you coming
Absolutely.
in tonight and spending your time with us and stuff. It's great talking to you again. Starting tonight, we're doing something brand new for you guys, and either it's going to be near the very end of the show or it's going to be the closing out of the show. Every show now. From now on, one of us is going to be choosing a video to highlight for you, and we will be finding unsigned and up-and-coming new bands for our new music showcase. I picked the band for tonight, so I'm going to be telling you about that in just a moment.
Very cool. And also want to thank Bake More Pies for letting us use the studio. Obviously, if you're looking to make a music video, do a podcast, do an infomercial, commercial, keep these guys in mind. They do awesome job. An awesome job.
BakeMorePies.com.
Absolutely. So don't forget, we are now on every other Tuesday. So next week we're off, but we'll be returning the following Tuesday. So we hope you don't miss us too much. On June 25th for our 25th episode. How ironic is that? Look at that.
I
25
know.
on the 25. So we're going to try to make it a special show for you, and we will post the information soon to let you know what's coming up on that show. So be on the lookout for that. And now is when I give a shameless plug for myself. Thank you. And my other radio show. So if you are not aware, I have a radio show on Rock Rage Radio on rockrageradio.com. It's called Shaking the Rafters with Michelle. It comes on every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I basically do interviews with rock bands. So this week I got Patrick Kinnison from Lita Ford Band joining me on the show. Go to rockrageradio.com where you can check that out. And Todd and Scott, I really want to give a plug today. And I'll make it quick. So those folks that don't know my alter ego, I'm a flight attendant, Fly High Michelle, Jet City Woman. You know why I like those songs? This morning I had the incredible honor, and this is the second time I've actually had the opportunity to do this, to fly the honor flight, where we flew the veterans from Korea, the Korean War, Vietnam War, and World War II over to Washington, D.C. for their day. They get a whole day over there
Nice.
to visit the monuments.
Awesome.
What an incredible, incredible honor. And every time I do this event, I get very, very teary. It's just so moving to me. And some of these gentlemen, in case you didn't know, I met two gentlemen in the front, so I know they won't watch my show, but I'm going to give a big shout out to Steve and John. Steve is 97 years old and a World War II veteran, was in the front row. They were talking to me
That's
and John.
awesome.
So it was great stuff.
Nice.
Thank you for your service, gentlemen. A real
Yeah,
honor
for sure.
being on the flight with you today.
Very cool. Be sure to
Awesome.
visit our website at thesoundeffectshow.com where you can see previous shows, find out what's coming up on our show calendar. While you're there, be sure to click on the links and visit our social media pages. Add us, like us, subscribe to us. Thanks for watching a bunch. We're going to see you on the next show, which is Tuesday, June 25th at 8 p.m. And as promised, closing out the show tonight, we talked about this band in the news a little earlier. So to start this all off with our new music showcase, I've chosen for our very first, and again, each show it's going to be one of us that picks that, so it's going to be a different one each time, which will kind of give you a little bit of our tastes personally, but at the same time it'll change it up a little bit so we can introduce new bands to you and just new songs and stuff as they come out. So I have chosen this one for our new music showcase to kick it all off, and it is Sweet Oblivion featuring Jeff Tate, and the song is True Colors. See ya. Have a good night.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.